Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. We're here for another Hot Off the Press show, right? Where we just talk absolute rubbish about football most of the week, like we always do. We play a bit more generalised this time. Yes, we've got Maisie back from Levels United. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you? And thank you for having me on.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm not doing too bad. And we got Noel as well. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good, Stephen. Thanks for having me on. I'm looking forward to this.
Wicked. So so first of all, I thought we'd start with this, like the sort of first sort of topic that came out. So I think it was probably last week or the week before, and I put up my own tweet about it because I was disgusted by it, and yeah, and obviously about with Zouma and what's happened with him, and too right too. I think there should be a full investigation into it and should get exactly what he deserves. And to be honest, I sort of lose respect for Moyes in a way for the fact they keep playing him and not giving him the proper punishment he deserves. To be honest, I don't know if anyone else has a comment on it or anything wants to say about it, but that's how I feel about it. It's just that I'm sort of felt let down by West Ham and Moyes in a way for the fact they haven't, though they said they condemn it, they haven't really given him any sort of real punishment to it, in a sense.
Yeah, I definitely do agree, and I do definitely feel like not just Zouma, but a lot of footballers do get away with quite a few things, especially in football these days. I know that people said Zouma has had his punishment. He's had 2 weeks' wages fined and donated to a charity, an animal charity. But when you do look at that 2 weeks' wages, is basically pocket money for Kurt Zouma, let's just be honest, with the amount of money he'll have altogether. But under the same breath, I do look at it and think there is plenty of players in the past who has got away with so much things. Like, you look at the Suarez incident on Patrice Evra, nothing happened whatsoever.
Well.
Yep, another one. What the Premier League need to do, what the UEFA need to do, what and all of the football societies need to work together and to say make up like these rules, like if in terms of seriousness, in terms of things. If, for instance, this allegation came up, you got to do this. If this has actually been confirmed and they've done this, you need to do this. You need to do this, and this. And there just isn't no clear plan whatsoever in terms of any kind of football association, and some players are getting away with a lot of things, and some players are not getting away with some things. And I feel like in this case, it just felt like justice hasn't really been done enough, because it feels like a bit of it has been brushed under the carpet because it's not a human it's happened to. And it feels like he's got away with that, and that should not be the case.
Yeah, I agree in that in a sense, because like you're not just damaging like yourself when footballers do it, and there's no action taken by clubs or of the governing bodies. You start looking at them and looking at their reputation and integrity as well. And first of all is like they won't do it. The half of the time it comes down to money, and when money talks, they don't really want to spend it unless they really, really, really have to. And you see a number of scandals that have been going on, and some are just scandals, and some are serious things. And everyone knows about some serious things that we're not going to obviously mention for other reasons. But they know what they are. But you have to look at it and think that I think the FA, for example, need to have a review into sort of, because, for example, say maybe like a player, when he gets into an academy, he gets taught, like he gets once he gets to that academy level, Some players don't. They just keep playing their football, and most people get on with it. But there's some that they don't get the boundaries of when like no means no. If, for example, and that's when they might step over the line, and that seems what I think seems to happen is that they seem to think that nothing can touch them in a sense, and they can get away with certain things, and yeah, so that for me that's where it comes down to it, where that they need to these governing bodies need to make sure that players know if you do this, we're not gonna happy with it. So, I mean, like the Suarez incident, for example, where he did it not just in the Premier League game, he did it in the World Cup as well.
Yeah, done it for Uruguay again.
Yeah, Italy was, and when you see that, it's like you're lucky you're not being banned from the sport. Because what does that teach? You've got to, the UEFA and FA have. You've got to think grassroots. Well, you've got to set the example for people that are coming up, for the kids that are growing up and idolizing these superstars that are playing at the top of their games. So yeah, that's the other thing you've got to bear in mind.
It's all about role model, isn't it? Like how to bring up your kids and children and that, isn't it?
Yeah, in a sense.
Like it's all about like they want to go and see their heroes playing football, right? And people are doing things like that. It's just out of order and inappropriate, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it does. It's one of those. It doesn't matter if it's, and this is the thing, is like, because it's not a human. Is that it doesn't matter. It's life, right? And probably what's worse is that like life is a life, and in a sense is, for example, before we got our cat, which was about 6 weeks old, he got his tail caught in a door from his previous owners who didn't look after him properly at all, right? And that's why he doesn't really like being held too much, right? And he doesn't really like people too much, and it can scar like animals for life when you put them under certain abuse. So it's just for me, it's you still have to have the same level of you still have same level of accountability and the responsibility to take the punishment. And I don't feel that I feel, to be honest, that he should have been gotten a lot more than what he has got, in my opinion. So especially like as soon after it happened, you're playing him in the next game because it's a big game. So I'm like, you're worried about a football match over what's happened to a kid, and over an animal that he's supposed to protect, which is it doesn't sit well for me.
Yeah,
but
I definitely agree with what you're saying there. I just feel like in some kind of way the players have in their mind, like, just because I'm a celebrity, I'm a footballer, I can get away with these kind of things, and they do get away with quite a lot, and a lot of it is due to the player power. Because look at it from the 80s, the 90s, even the early 2000 footballers. Would you see him behaving like this? You wouldn't. You would not see anything.
Jermaine, I'll give you an example. Jermaine Pennant's acted out in the early 2000s when he was growing up at Arsenal. He was immediately put on a transfer list and sold. But he did. I think he did. So I think it was drink. I think it was something to do with driving or something like that.
And he got banned by driving. I remember reading an article about it at the time.
Yeah, I think he got banned from driving or something, and because of that, Arsene Wenger kicked him. Arsene Wenger kicked him out straight away. Didn't even hesitate. So it's one of it's so like you're saying, it's where certain standards and players are sort of, because of that celebrity status, and it's because it's lowered the standards in a way into certain clubs have sort of lowered the standards or not tried to maintain it. I mean, as Arsenal standards, the amount of stuff. I mean, I mean, the amount of play. I mean, like for example, Xhaka thinking he's invincible, telling. I mean, it's nothing compared to what Zouma's done, by the way. But it's like, just for example, if Xhaka tossed the captain's armband on the floor and told it from F off in the early 2000s, he would have been sold. He would have been sold.
Yeah.
And you could say that about Harry Maguire.
I
Got
think you're
arrested in
correct to say
Greece.
that,
He
would have been sold.
Armband.
Ferguson would have got rid of him. He would have got rid of him. Absolutely. Bad because it's
Sorry.
bad publicity to Man United, and it's bad publicity to Arsenal, and that's
Exactly.
it's one of those. And it's called about keeping the club's reputation and integrity. So and it's like, for example, how Ferguson won the cup with Aberdeen, but their performance was so bad he slaughtered them because he had standards, and that's that's the same thing. You've got to maintain the standards, and if people do things wrong like this, you have to take the appropriate action.
Yeah, I do agree with that 100% with you.
So anyway, we'll move on to well, I don't know if you want to go to I don't know what's probably happier, that or Man United. Take your pick.
Let's,
Toss a coin then. How about we
have
toss
you
a
got
coin, no?
all night? Have you got all night if you want to talk about Man United?
Right, I'll toss a coin then.
Well, so you've obviously got a lot to say, mate. It's go fire away. Like Rangrick's position. Is he being ignored by the players or the boards?
Ralph, he's an interim manager. He got brought in as an interim manager and then as a consulting role for 2 years after the summer. And I do genuinely feel that there is something going on there. I think Ralph, knowing where he is right now, he probably thinks, I'm not holding loyalties to these players. He's got no loyalties to these players. And he's out. He's not exactly named these players, but he's out and about on press conferences. Like, if you don't want to be at the club, then you go. That's what he has said in a press conference, and that is exactly what you want. He's a respected manager, not just by players, by other managers, like the Southampton manager Ralph, like Klopp, like Tuchel. They've all learned from Ralph Rangnick. Well-respected manager all the way from the 80s. And if I was a Manchester United player, I would absolutely love to know more about Ralph. People say, well, he hasn't got the CV. He hasn't got the trophies. But he's got the experience. He's the one who created the Jenner pressing. I do genuinely believe there is something going on. I do think he's definitely been ignored by the board. Because even before he had his first game for Manchester United, Crystal Palace, he even identified we needed a midfielder. And if that is from a person who hasn't even had one training session with the team by that point, and he's already identified you need a midfielder. He wanted Haidara from Leipzig, wanting to pay the release clause and everything. I don't understand why Manchester United didn't do that. Yes, they've done a clear out. We needed a clear out. Most of them have gone on loan.
Yeah.
Our squad depth now is thin because we didn't get anyone in return. I worry. We've got 4 midfielders now to last us till the end of the season. Scott, Fred, Pogba, Matic.
I'd love to say we could borrow Xhaka, but I'm sorry, we need him, unfortunately.
You've got Matic as well. You've got Pogba. You've got...
Yeah, I named all them.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got 4 available midfielders. Obviously, other things have come out apart from the loan situations we play, which I'm not going to mention. But as it stands, up to 9 players are leaving Manchester United at the end of the season. That's nearly a full squad worth of players due to contracts running out, wanting to leave. We've got easily like 3 players who
Can you just state that very clearly again to anyone that thinks Arsenal are in a worse state than Man United? How many players are likely to leave Man United at the end of the season?
About 9.
Roughly around 9. roughly around 9 as it stands. It could be a little bit
Can you
lower.
see why, Luca, Arsenal are in a better state than Man United right now?
Oh man.
So
that's worrying.
it's extremely worrying, and the players are not adapting to Ralph. Ralph is a pressing type of manager. You look at that, none of the players press. The only players who really press for me is Fred and Cavani. They're the two who mainly press for me. They will do that, but what is the point in having 2 players who will press, but then the other 9 players won't press? It doesn't make sense. I'm obviously going to say 11 players. I know De Gea won't press, but if they're not willing to press, it'll crumble. And then we'll give the ball easily away. And that is exactly what happens because Fred presses. He'll make 10 presses in a game, messes one of them up because no one presses. People will say, this is all your fault, Fred. You cost us this game. And that is not fair. You can tell that. And then you're hearing stuff like Ralph is training them too hard. They literally give up after 50 minutes on the pitch. After 50 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're sitting there after 50 minutes and then actually not even 50 minutes, you come out in a second, you play one half and you're like, right, you've got something going there, right?
Yep.
That should be a side you think there should be a problem here, right? And then you come out in the second half and it's like, what one to the first half? It's like they've got 11 players and replaced them with a bunch of reservists and put them back on the pitch, and there's like 11 different people on the pitch. And it's like, what the hell's going on here? So people are saying he's not working hard enough. I think he's not he's saying he's working them too hard. I don't think he's working them hard enough, to be honest, by the look of what they're performing on the pitch.
Well, they think that they work too hard. They don't like his coaching staff. They don't like training in the dark. If I was on 250k a week, I would be happy to train in the dark. I'll be happy to train naked at midnight. Do you get what I mean? For 250k a week. And
I'm not gonna say a word.
And just to be honest, I just look at it and I think it's disrespectful. 50 minutes, you basically give up. And I look at it, people say it's lack of match fitness. You look at them 11 players, most of them have played a full 90 every game all season. How could it be lack of match fitness? It doesn't make sense.
It's just that tempo like lack of fitness thing. It's that tempo, isn't it? Like a way.
And I genuinely believe that he is being ignored both by the players and by the board because he wanted signings, and the players are listening to him. These clicks, these divides in the dressing rooms, according to reports at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, like it seems to be every single different day. There seems to be something different coming out from the dressing room. Which doesn't make sense. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, like, what? You've got a guy that is going to go upstairs and try and restructure the club to push on, and you're sitting there moaning. What are you on about? You should be learning off this guy and wanting to do your level best for the club, especially if you're someone like a Rashford, who I don't think is probably one of the people that are doing it, by the way. Right, but he's not performing though. Not saying he's performing. He isn't performing, but if he's someone that's been homegrown, you should be dying to play on that shirt. You should be trying to put your 100% in.
It should be playing
every game. Yeah, it should be just a natural thing to put on that shirt and give 110% no matter what, right? And not do one half and then next half just not even turn up. Right, so it makes complete no sense. And then, like, for example, they want to say in what manager comes in. At what point does any employees of any business say, I like that manager, I'd rather him, right? Because he don't work me that hard. No, like the owners of the business are going to say, no, fuck off. We'll put whoever we want.
And they want Poch. Why do you just want Poch? Is it because he'll give you an easier ride? Is that the reason why? That is my answer, because they will. They'll have an easy ride with Poch. We have seen what Poch is like at different clubs.
They'll walk all over him because he
will.
hasn't got the credentials.
He's a pushover. He's a yes man. They'll know if Ten Hag comes in, Ten Hag will not put up with what they're doing, because Ten Hag is that type of manager.
Exactly. Ten Hag is my pick. Poch is just not my pick. In my opinion.
Poch, you can see he's struggling with PSG at the minute and handling the big players there. Imagine trying to handle Man United, dude, where the media, English media, are on you 24/7. Like, Stewie, you can't even say Pepe anymore. Like people, yeah, I know, mate. Like I say Pepe and I get hate. Like I love it. Just big up, mate. Exactly, yeah. You know what I mean?
Do you know what the thing is as well? Like, people are saying, I don't want a manager who bottles trophies. I don't want a manager who's a serial winner. But Poch's record,
this guy.
He's lost 4 out of his 6 finals. 4 out of his last 6 finals, he has lost. So you look at statistics.
I was just saying, Maisie, he's a Liverpool fan. He's the 1890 Red 2 Reds podcast.
That is fair enough.
He's saying it to you, not me. I'm taking it. He's saying it to you.
There's no process there, just as Stephen will say with Arsenal. No process.
Trust the process.
Yeah. But yours is because of more manager based. Mine is because of player based.
There you go.
Big up, Luke. Anyway, mate, I'm all right. But what it is like, no. What I think with Man United's processes is like, we'll play Maguire, or we'll play Ronaldo, and if we don't play well, we'll put an Instagram out. We'll get back 1.4 million out of that. Right, that's a lot of money made. Like,
you know what? Post annoyed me.
What?
Man United admin, the day after we lost, posted a picture of Ronaldo saying how many times did you say sue him one day?
Oh my fucking god!
That's what they literally wrote. How many times do you say sue him one day?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh my life, honestly, like that's it right there, because they know they're gonna get so much more money out of that post because it's mentioned Ronaldo in it. That's the point. Like Maguire, look how many followers he's got. The Rashford, look how many followers he's got. Right? The Arsenal is more manager based. Yours is more like it's because it's like the media will play these players because like the media attention, the social media aspect will get so much more money coming in the club, right? If we keep these players on, that's why the players know they've got so much player power, because they know the board are worried about how much money they can make out of them.
And I just want to say, I agree there with Luke's comment about Man United as a business. United have spent 1.2 billion since Fergie left. They don't care as long as they get top 4, they are happy. And that is exactly it with the Glazers. Exactly. As long as they get their Champions League money, that's all that matters. Aim for top 4. Aim for top 4. With that squad we have bought Varane, serial winner, won everything. Considered one of the best centre-backs. You've got Ronaldo, considered one of the best players. You brought in Jadon Sancho, which was our priority for 2 years. Yeah, and then you look at things like that and you think we should at least be contending with the Manchester City.
And we all said at the start of the season, we said, yes, you haven't got a DM, but you should be at least contending for it.
Exactly. I knew we wouldn't win. I knew we wouldn't.
I know. I didn't think you'd win because you didn't have that DM. Right, that's what I said. I said, but what I did say is Arsenal for his time in terms of the top 4 race. Top 4 race was never going to happen. It was going to be Man United, Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea, and whatever is in that order is in that order. Just that Man City will probably end up as first. So, the fact that you say you're 5th right now, but you've got Arsenal 3 games in hand that are 2 points behind you. You've got West Ham on the same amount of games, so that's all right. And the form is the form is like, yeah, you're getting draws here, there, and everywhere, but the performances in those games are just.
I even
They're
said if we
shocking.
perform like that against Man City, against Liverpool, we will get hammered all over again. We will get hammered. I actually don't remember the last time we won against Liverpool in the league. It was before Rally came in. That was the last time we won against Liverpool in the league. And what the Glazers do, they use it like a franchise. And because they're like, we aim for top 4. As long as you get top 4, then that's absolutely fine. But then if your owners and your board are behaving like that to say just aim for top 4, how is a player going to look at that and think, oh, I'm not, what's the point of me winning a trophy? What's the point of me aiming for a league when basically who owns Man United want top 4 and nothing more? I always say this. It doesn't matter if we change our players. Doesn't matter if we change our manager. The same toxic circle will continue and continue and continue. And it's been non-stop ever since Fergie. And at this point, I actually think it's going to be a minimum 10 years until we actually win a title.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a better bet than Arsenal, to be honest. Yeah, the idea we're winning the Champions League in 3 years went out the window very quickly. I mean, it does speak sort of parallels to what Arsenal like act as a club, because you sit there with our players as well. For example, Aubameyang, for example, probably got promised the whole world when he got that mega contract. But he's probably sat there and realised that Conkeys don't care unless they get top 4, right? Mm-hmm. It's the same with them. If they get top 4, they get 100 mil. Love it, right? So, and they get to play with the big boys. They get the marketing, they get the TV rights, and all the other goodies that come with Champions League football. So they're like, well, we don't have to worry about it. We've got top 4 now. It's cool. So it's our Man United and Arsenal seem to be in the parallel because they have the same aim objectives from the board up. And when you have that same objectives from the board up, eventually the players will be like, well, what's the point of me performing here? I might as well play shit. The club then let me go. I then go ball it somewhere else and actually win something. Like, and you watch how some of these players at Man United will play that bad. Say Maguire does get sold, he'll go somewhere else. Like, there'll be a resurgence. He might win an FA Cup or 2, or one more trophy than what Man United's done, right? And people are like, why did we let him go? Well,
he ain't capable of winning trophies.
Oh yeah,
I can promise you that.
I would. I probably used a bad example there, but
you did. You used a terrible example.
I'd take 40 million for him just now. I'd take 40 million. You can get a bit of a bomb there,
if we even get that.
Maybe
I wouldn't sell him for a packet of. I'd sell him for a packet of Smarties. I don't think anyone will probably even give me that from Harry Maguire.
I think sell him for a packet of Pringles.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I used the bad example. Sorry. I used a bad example on that one. Man United is the same at Arsenal, and the main reason is that they're American owned. Exactly. It's the money. Like, as long as the Champions League money in there, and they get to play with big boys on the big table, they are sweet as a nut. They're not bothered whatsoever. So, what's this? Go away.
I wasn't actually at the game, but I watched it, and
Luke, if you're going to come up with that sort of question, at least spell the name right, for fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ, I've just seen the Borussia Dortmund score, sorry. I've just saw the Dortmund score.
Well, it's going to be interesting for Rangers, though, isn't it, against Dortmund? No, wait,
exactly 2-0 to Rangers.
Oh, 2-0 to Rangers? Wow.
Yeah, I've just checked it.
Oh, wow. Pretty, yeah.
Brilliant.
Interesting.
Good. Hey, Ted, the Rangers are balling it up there right now.
Getting off bomb, but a good European team.
Right, so as much as I'd love to keep just going on about Man United and how shit they are,
I'm sure it's making your year hearing this bit. It's like music.
Oh
to
no,
your ears.
it's making my day. I love it. I just love it. The tears is just brilliant. Like so, what will actually make everyone cry is about Pep, and about Pep's new City deal. That's on the cards. As I bring Nipun in. How you doing, Nipun?
Nothing.
Good. How didn't you go on about how shit Arsenal are, Maisie?
Well, how can I when I'm wearing this mess?
Well,
You know it is bad.
You're both in it together.
In a reality, no Manchester United fan can take the mick out of any team on a real basis.
Both your clubs are on the Titanic, basically.
Yeah, mate. We've already hit the iceberg and we're now fucking sinking. Right?
Yeah, and you're in the fight. Look.
But Man United are already. The thing is,
Titanic.
Nipun. The thing is, the Man United are already in the water. We're at least climbing to the top of the ship as it's sinking. So at least we're getting somewhere. But eventually, we're going to come down.
Eventually, you're eventually going to sink at some point as well.
Yes.
Look,
but at least we're going up. At least for a bit.
Did you see how? I don't know if you watched the Titanic movie.
Never seen it.
But did you see once the
but I can imagine what happens at the end.
But it was a little bit like, and then eventually it just went
I've heard about it, but I've never seen it in my life.
Niall, I can guarantee you the boat sinks.
I know that, but I've never seen the film.
Yeah, that's why they chucked me out after, because I told them what the film, what happened at the end. They chucked me out the cinema afterwards.
Did they actually? So basically,
no, it's a joke. The idea is you already know that it's already sinking, so it's a joke. Don't worry.
So basically,
move on.
Man United and Arsenal are like the Titanic.
Yeah.
Like for 10 years it was like a steady decline, and then quite recently it's just gone into free fall.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've hit our probably worst point last season, to be honest. I mean, but anyway, moving on to Pep's deal, because obviously there's rumours about Man City signing an extension on Pep's current City deal to stay for another 4 years. Could this just be the end of all competition in the English league? So we just submit now, just give up now, because. With the players they're linked to buy as well, like Haaland and players like that.
It's not possible. It's rumours. It's only a link as well. You'd never know what's going to happen. No one expected Man City to get knocked out of the Carabao Cup by West Ham. It's just a matter of luck at the end of the day for these players and how Manchester City turns up. And I think, you know what Manchester City's worst enemy is? It's Pep Guardiola. And the reason for that is he overthinks in the important games, which really, really cost him. Look at the Champions League final. And if you want me to be honest, I don't think he will sign that contract deal if they don't win the Champions League.
I'm not convinced either. Completely agree.
I think it's Maisie. I'm thinking the opposite. I'm thinking if he wins the Champions League, he walks.
No, I think what he will do, I think if he doesn't win the Champions League at Manchester City, I think he'll end up going to another team and try and get win the Champions League elsewhere. I think what he might potentially do, especially if Ten Hag leaves, he might want to go Ajax, especially with the team they've got, rebuild them up, and try and get the Champions League out of them.
Just thinking, Potter's leaving PSG. Could that be an option?
PSG is another one.
Yeah,
PSG is a poison chalice.
He's got Messi there, but if there's any manager that's going to do it, is going to do it for PSG, it would be Pep Guardiola.
Look, the thing is, I think it's the opposite, Maisie. I think if Pep wins the Champions League, he walks. Because think about it. He would have then won everything he would have taken Man City as far as they can go, which is win the biggest prize in Europe.
It won't be exactly took him everywhere because they still not won the Super Cup. They still not won the FIFA World Cup. So I think if he does win the Champions League, he will win the Champions. Yeah, exactly. You've got to win the Champions League to win them trophies. And that's why I think if he does win the Champions League, he will stay on so he can win them trophies. And then he can say, I have won absolutely everything now.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
look,
I completely agree.
do you think Pep will get the same send-off at City as Sir Alex did at Man United?
Probably. No, I don't. Right, I don't. Sorry, I changed my mind. Yeah.
Because
So you don't...
Pep Guardiola is not a patch of Sir Alex Ferguson.
No chance.
I didn't mean that. I meant, like, do you think their fans will give Pep a similar send-off? Like a
I'll give him a send-off. They'll give him a send-off, all right.
I don't think they'll do a send-off like a Sir Alex Ferguson.
Oh no, that's no, not Sir Alex Ferguson. That's 20. You're talking 20 years of management. There's no way he's going to do that. If they did sign if they sign a new deal and they sign another 4 years, so say they win 3 out of 4 Premier Leagues, which is quite possible. That takes them to 7? Was it 7 already? 10? Something like that? Jesus Christ, they're catching us up. It's more. I think it's more down to it's more really a Pep decision. Really, it's more. I think whatever Man City have, they'll have probably a backup plan up installed anyway. They always do because they're well-run football club, right? They're a perfect example of how a top 6 club should be run, right? Guardiola, they'll give him the contract and they said it's up to you, mate. You do what you feel is right, because if he doesn't feel his heart is in it, Man City will not want him there. They will not want him there. Right? The last thing you want is a manager that doesn't want to be there. So, and doesn't feel committed to the club. So, if he doesn't feel 100% committed, I think Man City will just say, well, okay, we'll leave it there. Thanks for everything you've done. Send you off. Do it a send-off. Get someone else in, like a Ten Hag. And do you know what? Ten Hag, if he comes available and Pep doesn't sign a new deal, and he goes to Man City and not Man United.
Well, what if Ten Hag goes to Man United and Pep doesn't sign a new deal?
There'll be other managers they can go for. I'm sure.
Do you think they'll go down the club legend route and take someone like Pablo Zabaleta or Vincent Kompany?
They haven't got many club legends to look for, to be honest.
Sean Wright-Phillips.
No.
I could. Mikel Arteta.
No, only one club was daft enough to do that.
Oh,
yeah, and he's sitting right above me.
Yeah. And someone was daft enough to take Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. So there we go.
Look, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer versus Mikel Arteta is basically trash versus garbage.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good. Yeah, but at least actually one was an actually significant legend.
One manager done a miles better than another manager.
One manager won Man United the treble.
Yeah, they'll give him that one. They'll give him a good send off, but not like Alex Ferguson had a massive send off. Give him that. Saka will sign 2 contract, and after that he'll go to Liverpool. I'm already having the premonitions. If Pep don't win the CL, he's a failure anyway. Wow, ouch. Tierney will go to Real Madrid. Oh, Jesus Christ. If Tierney goes to Real Madrid, that is it. I'm done. I'm done as a football club. That's it. We're never going to win anything anymore.
He went to the Real Madrid at one point,
best player all of a sudden?
No, I love Tierney. Right, he's my guy. He's not going anywhere. He's staying here. So Pep is a great manager to work. He loves the English weather. To work out 667,000 K has been spent on each point he has earned at Man City, and Klopp has spent 243,000 each. Wow, did you have to get a calculator to work that one out? Jesus. Not enough respect on Klopp. That's a good point. I'll give him that one. Man City will go for Poch. Kane goes there in the summer.
That would be such a Man
No.
United thing to do.
The Glazers and the board seem to really like Poch as well. So
I
really wouldn't be surprised because they've wanted Poch now. They wanted him before Ollie, if you want me to be honest.
Yeah,
because there were strong rumours before that. Arteta won FA Cup. Solskjaer couldn't even win the Europa League. Got a point. Vincent Kompany, possibly in the future to be Man City manager. That's not a bad shout, actually.
Yeah, that's
a pretty good shout.
I did say Vincent Kompany.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Not yet, but in the future.
Imagine Patrick Vieira at Arsenal as Arsenal manager.
Danny, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, how the hell can someone be called a failure after winning 4 Premier Leagues in 5 seasons in the hardest league in the world? That's another good point. Pep never won the Champions League at Bayern, while spending loads I don't see how Pep get a big club job like Jose if he didn't leave with City. There's obviously there's a Pep debate going on here. But Arsenal are trying to build a self-sustainable team for the future. And we'll end up selling that on for the next highest bidder. That's probably what we'll do. Pep didn't even get to buy into a final. That's a good point. So, but yeah, I mean, this top 4 race, like, it's. I mean, I'd like to say that in I've already said that on Luca's stream, is that in Arsenal's position right now, we've got an opportunity that Arteta should be taking. If he does not take this opportunity, he's not fit to be Arsenal manager. Simple as that. He's put himself in the opportunity to get the full spot, and he should take it. So it's no more excuses, no more excuses about wind, weather, rain, like ball size, or like what they had for breakfast, or what they did on the training pitch the week before, whether they played games or been injured or suspensions. They've got to now go out there and capitalise on Man United and Tottenham's and West Ham slip-ups and take the full spot for themselves and put the pressure on them to catch us. Simple as that. So, I mean, Maisie, from your perspective, looking at a top 4 at the minute, like, what do you see transpiring?
This top 4 is going to be extremely difficult, if you want me to be honest. The way we're playing, I think at the moment it's a bit 50-50 for United to get top 4. And I think we'll have a better chance if Chelsea do continue to drop points, because I think they've only won 1 or 2 in their last 5. So we're not actually too far behind from Chelsea. We're only 4 points from them. So we need to look at it in that way. We need to look at the teams ahead of us and also behind us. We've got not bad fixtures coming up. We've got Leeds, we've got Watford as well. Our next 2 games, what we should be getting these 3 points with. So depending on how Chelsea goes, we could easily get into 3rd place by next weekend. But it's just about consistency with these players, and we need to make sure we don't sustain any injuries as well, because I think if we do pick up a couple of injuries, if Paul Pogba comes out again, I think we are going to drop massively, because I think Paul Pogba has been a big part of Manchester United.
That's a good.
Wait, Luke? Who do you support?
He's a Liverpool fan.
No problem, Luke. Let me message me. When I've messaged me, and we'll get something sorted. If you want to do that by Twitter or Instagram, whatever is easier.
Wait a second. Haven't you already played Liverpool in? Oh my
We've
God!
played them once.
No way.
So we've got
Wait,
another way
come
to
on.
play them. We've got another time to play them.
Rangers have scored again.
Have they really? I've just checked.
Oh wait, no,
Napoli won out.
John
No,
Lundstrom has
I
scored.
said earlier on the stream it we took out the Rangers.
Oh, sorry, John Lundstrom has. Oh, he plays for Middle. He plays for Middlesbrough now.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, so you're playing.
Rangers, yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool playing Man United on the 20th of March after their Atletico Madrid. You've got Tottenham, your Man City, Tottenham, Atletico Madrid, and then Liverpool. Hell.
Christ. Rangers are. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what this is like?
Well,
Yeah, go on.
This is like Arsenal getting knocked out by Nottingham Forest. Rangers knocking out Dortmund.
it's only 2 legs.
I wouldn't have compared it to that.
Nah, come on.
Because think about
It's only 2
Dortmund.
legs.
It's a big club. Like, they're not as big as they used to be, but they've still won European trophies. They still won leagues. It's just with the Bundesliga, it is quite Bayern Munich dominated for the past so many years. But Borussia Dortmund have still got a good history, and Rangers, they've got a history as well. They haven't necessarily done too much in Europe, but they've done amazing in their own league. So I wouldn't say it was as bad as Nottingham Forest. You could compare it maybe like maybe a Manchester United to Spurs, for instance.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Spurs losing 6-0 at the weekend. You know, I had a hot take on that game. I said Spurs would beat Man City.
Who was Spurs playing?
They're playing Manchester City.
Yeah,
I said Spurs. You know, I said
9-0.
9-0.
Manchester City lost against Spurs at the start of the season. 1-0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, they seem to be there. Spurs seem to have something.
Yeah, and then Spurs were singing after the end of August for top of the league.
Oh, okay, but yeah, so are you guys. But we move.
Hang on, no, I weren't.
No, not you in particular.
No, we weren't. We were
not-
never top of the league. When we were ever top of the league.
Like
before the season starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny.
I've seen some top Gooners being really shameless, Steve.
Yeah, if they're that shameless, then call them out, every single one of them. But like,
Anyway,
most of the fan base was not that we were down at the bottom, and we.
Anyway, I was singing top of the league for the majority of the time. Chelsea were top of the league.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last time.
And so were Man United fans when they were top of the league.
Yeah. That's Steven.
Yeah.
I'm seriously done with her.
Every right to say top of the
I'm
league.
only here to support my guy. I can't stand these new age fans. Too soft for my I can accept it. Mate, look, they haven't won us. What you can't blame them if they've never seen us win a league. There you go. And then they want to chat shit to me, saying that I know nothing about football when I've watched my team win a league, right? Well,
imagine
I know how it's done.
Imagine calling fans like yourself League Honor. What's the other one? Jez.
Yeah, Jez is definitely one.
Imagine calling fans like yourself League Honor, Kenny and Jez fake
plastics.
Fake fans. Imagine calling them fake Gooners.
I just had one in his Twitter space who's just trying to labor me about how it works about buying players and buying Isak and this, that, and all the other. And I'm like, how old are you? So it's 17. They went, you're laboring me about how it works in football when I've watched my team win a league the same year you were fucking born. Come back to me, bro, when you've actually watched us win a league. Then you'll know what it's like then you'll know how it's done. Right? Don't chat to me about how it's done and patronize me, right? When I've seen my team win a league, so I know how it's done. Right? Simple. Right? We could talk football, but you gotta patronize me about something, right? Then have the decency and respect.
At the end of the day, that wee boy.
You can have a debate about it, but if you're going to patronise someone about it, it's just like But that's what these fans do. They love to patronise and talk you down, right? And think you make you feel like you don't know anything, right? Or you don't feel like a real fan. You are. You just stick to your opinion. Like it's just that I won't accept anything lower than what I expect, which is challenging for titles. So, I mean, that's what we're all in the league for, isn't it? So I wouldn't blame you. Wouldn't be the best. Yeah. Anyway, so. Bro, they got rid of Wenger and they were happy with Arteta. Yeah, that's the point. Like, I got rid of Arteta. I got rid of Wenger. Why would I be happy with Arteta? Because we're worse off. Like, I want to get a manager. I got rid of Wenger to challenge for titles, not to end up 8th. There you go. So we move. It's
Another one. Oh my god. 4-1 Rangers.
Is it 4-1 Rangers now? Jesus.
What is going on tonight?
It's Europa League, isn't it? It's Europa League fixtures.
Yeah, it's the first leg of the Europa League tonight, yeah.
Yeah. Barcelona 1-0 down.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
But I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else anyone wants to add on? Right. Anything else that like they need to about Man United or Arsenal to get off their chest? Right. Back this weekend, back to us this weekend actually. Who Man United got this weekend?
Leeds.
What's gonna go on, Maisie? Your prediction for this one?
People think that we're gonna win 5-6-0 because it's happened twice at Old Trafford, and I'm literally gonna say we're not gonna do this. It's gonna be a lot narrower than what people think. For the reason for this is we have got Leeds away at Ellen Road. We all know how Leeds are against teams at Ellen Road. As much as their defence isn't too good, our defence isn't too good neither, but they have got they've still got good attacking play, and they can be a little bit stubborn at home, especially against
Your attack is better than theirs.
Yeah, our attack is better than theirs, but we had, apart from Brighton, we've had over 60 total shots and scored 3 goals in 3 games. Come on. With the likes of Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Sancho, Alanga, we should be doing a lot better than 3 goals in 60 shots. That's disgusting.
Yeah, completely agree with you.
And
actually, you should just put Ronaldo in that alone, and it should be more than that.
Exactly. And you know what? People think we're gonna win a big margin. We're not gonna do that. We've only scored 3 goals at most under Ralph.
It won't be a cricket score, won't it?
No, it won't be.
No,
we've only scored 3 goals, and Ralph has got the lowest goals on average per game, 1.14 goals on average. That is even less than Louis van Gaal, such a defensive coach. So I'm actually saying it's going to be a 2-1 to Manchester United. I think it's going to be such a narrow game, and we're going to get a Fergie time winner because I can't see us scoring any more than 2.
Yep. Before I go, let's go for these Rangers are facing BVB and Marco Reus. I didn't actually know Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, Arsenal player from double winning season.
Yeah, I'm going to play for Arsenal.
I do remember some crosses he put in for Bergkamp. Right, Steve, you need to bring Maisie in more often. She's got knowledge. Yeah, she knows what she's talking about. Trust me. So she'll definitely be coming in a lot more often. So don't worry about that. Same as everyone else. What are you gonna go for, man?
I said 3-0 the other day, like I did before, but Leeds can be a good team on paper on that day, but I know the game is away from home at Ellen Road, but I know Man United have got better attackers than Leeds on paper in terms of quality, so you know what, I'm going to say 3-0 and that can buy it. 3-0 Man United.
Okay. I'm going to go... It would be funny if it's 2-1 Leeds. It would be so funny.
Go with your heart.
I got a feeling it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 1-1. They're going to come
Yeah,
out.
I
Score a
went with my
goal.
heart.
They're gonna end up scoring 1 goal at 1-0, and they're gonna let them come back at them in the next half. It'll be a
You'll
1-1
just have
draw.
to be careful you don't give us silly penalties like cough Odegaard.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go
remember
on,
that one.
go on.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
But realistically, as it stands, if we played next week, I think it would also be a 1-1 draw.
That's
Yeah,
a good shout, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Most likely. Nippon, what are you going for?
You're on mute.
You're on mute, mate. Oh, there you go.
Can I call you back in 5 minutes? I'm on a call. See.
We'll probably be done in 5 minutes, mate.
Yeah, probably, mate.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
Right. All right. Right. So let's. Yeah. So, and I'll quickly ask, Maisie, Arsenal's game is against Brentford. Try not to forget.
I have a penalty.
Right. What are you gonna go for?
For what, sorry?
Arsenal Brentford.
I actually think Arsenal is going to win against Brentford. Brentford aren't the team they used to be at the start of the season. They have had many injuries, but they've still got Ivan Toney back. They've got David Raya back, and they're still not doing it there for me. So I actually think it is going to be a 1-0 to Arsenal.
Okay. No, what are you saying?
Brentford for me is one of the teams that can impress me this season. But they were good until like August, September, October. I think they fell away before and after Christmas time, and they had a purple patch and went off form. So, on that note, I reckon
it's when the injuries started kicking in and that.
I reckon Arsenal are going to win this 2-0.
Thanks, Luca, for that, man. I really do appreciate it. It went at 1.3 or something. It came back down to 1.2, but there you go. Anyway, it went up by loads. Big up to everyone it did.
Sorry, Stephen, did you get that, mate?
Yeah, it did. Well, no, just say that just one more time. Just what was the score?
Yeah, I say, I'll repeat it if you want. I say again, Brentford and not the team they were at the start of the season.
I got that bit. I just needed this score.
All right, 2-0 to Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal. Okay. I'm sticking my guns on here. I'm going 3-0 Arsenal. Right. I'm going 3-0 Arsenal. I'm going for it. Let's go. Let's do this. That's what I expect. I think Smith will come in for Martinelli. Because I don't think he'll play Pepe. Pepe doesn't get played ever. And if you play Pepe, you get insulted by every other Arsenal fan. I think he could play Pepe. I mean, to be honest, he could risk it, but I don't think he will. But yeah, Smith Rowe has been balling it on the left hand side, so I put him there, and then I should be able to. That should be enough to put at least 2 or 3 past them, especially with the way they're struggling at the minute. But yeah.
I'm going with. I'm going with I want Brentford to do the job, obviously, because I'm a Chelsea fan. But realistically, I think it'll be 2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 to the Arsenal.
Okay. Pepe isn't playing yet. Yeah. But Pepe's never playing, mate. He's never playing. It's like Martinelli last season. He's never playing.
What's your story with Pepe? Why he not been playing for
manager don't like him. Manager doesn't rate him. So if the manager doesn't rate him, the fan base doesn't rate him. So if you mention anything about Pepe, you get slaughtered.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's the way it works. Whatever the manager says, man. Whatever the manager says. Anyway, we're gonna have to leave it. Go on, Nippon. One more thing.
Yeah, if Arsenal sign Mbappe or Haaland, all this hair will be gone because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. No, that's never going to happen in my lifetime. Those days are gone, mate. Those days are way gone. Anyway, we're going to have to leave it there. yeah, I'm gonna start. Maisie, nice having you back on as always. Where can I find you?
Thank you for having me on, Stephen. It's been a really good discussion today with everything what's going on in terms of football at the moment. You can find me on my YouTube channel, which is Devils United. I do content on Manchester United, not just the men's football, but also the women's football there as well. So if you want to learn more about the women's football, watch me freezing to death on a vlog. You can catch me through there.
Get battered.
My coat was 10
everywhere
times
you
bigger
go.
than me.
You're
And then
like
Battered.
a polar bear, aren't you?
Manchester United posted a picture of me as well. Posted a picture and I was on it,
Yeah.
and the coat was massive on me.
You're like a polar bear, basically, aren't you?
Yeah, look like
I know.
yeah, look like a polar bear on there. But yeah, that's my my YouTube, Devils United, on the road to 600 subscribers. And you can also catch me on my Twitter, which is at 2_ MUFC Maze, and my Devils United Instagram is at 2_ Devils United. And everyone who is new to this channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to SFeatleyTV. He's doing a brilliant job raising money, raising awareness to children's liver disease. And honestly, Stephen, you should be so proud of yourself.
Thank you. It means a lot, and obviously, as long as kids don't have to go through what I have to go through, then that's the main thing. Or at least limit some of what I've had to go through. So, yeah. Niall, where can I find you, man?
You can find me wherever you want, mate. You can find me on Twitter or at NiallK91, which is on your screen. You can find me on Instagram, Niall_Kane. Facebook at Niall Kane. Twitch, NiallK91. Yeah. And thanks for having me on, mate, and great to talk to you all of you.
No worries. And Nippon, where can I find you, mate?
You can find me on Facebook. You can add me on Facebook.
You'll probably get about 20 friend requests, nothing.
You can find me on Twitter. Sorry, you can find me on Instagram. My two Instagrams are Nippon with 4 I's and 3 U's and Nippon Reviews Cuisines. You can follow me on Twitter at the Nippon Sharma, and my official channel and my official YouTube channel Twitter, NS Sports TV. You can find me, and finally, you can find me on YouTube at NS Sports TV and on the British Lifestyle Blogger. And I'm almost on 500 subs for my main channel. So yeah, that's great. By the end of the weekdays, 500 subs would be great.
Yes, make sure you go and do that right now, and make sure you go sub to everyone here, right? As well as doing it on SFeatleyTV. Make sure you go to everyone and follow them, sub, right? Share it, like it, everything. So yeah, yes. And until then, we're back. Well, I'm back on SFeatleyF1 tomorrow at 9 a.m. I don't know why Mercedes decided we're gonna do it at 9 a.m. in the morning. Like
Crazy.
I know some of us will still be unless people need
I've literally got a clip saved for it, right? And it's literally Hamilton saying "Wake up!" Like it's race time, so that's going to be saved for that one because it's 9 a.m. and it's probably show one half of the car and the other half is we'll keep it secret because we don't want you saying that bit yet, if you know what I mean. So, but anyway, yeah. Let's hope it's not like Red Bulls and it's just only a concept. You'll find me over there at 9 a.m. in the morning, and then you're gonna there'll be
I'll call you back.
Yeah, there'll be other streams going on. There'll be a Brentford preview for the tomorrow as well. So make sure you go and check that out for tomorrow. And until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you